Right, so I want you to treat me as a pupil at the trained level.
Yeah.
So I've got a test coming up in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
My instructor today couldn't make it. He's gone offline in the sun or sunbathing or playing golf or whatever.
Yeah.
But he has got the same car as you, so I'm familiar with the controls. But we've never met before. He said today he's going to look at my emerging. So
Okay.
it's emerging with T junctions, turning left, turning right.
Okay.
So, any questions?
Nope.
What level am I?
Trained.
Yeah. And what subject?
Emerging.
Yeah.
And you've got a test in a couple of weeks, yeah?
That's good. So I'll hand over to you then, the meet and greet.
Okay. Hi, Tony. My name's Nadia.
Oh, no idea.
The instructor couldn't make it today, and I'm
Yeah.
taking over. I believe his car's similar to this.
Yeah, exactly the same. Only
Okay.
different colour.
Okay, and he told me that he wants me to cover the subject of T-junctions emerging today.
Yeah, that's what he said we were going to shove it. Just been running through different subjects, just to make sure that I'm ready for my test.
Yep. Okay, and you got a test in a couple of weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
Bit nervous.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions before we
Alright.
move off. What routine would you use on approach to T-junction?
I'll use the MSM routine.
Okay, and what does MSM stand for?
Oh, MS, mirror signal maneuver. Yeah, Bob expands it to MSPSL, I think he calls it. Mirror signal position speed up.
And if you were going to go left at T-junction, where would you position yourself?
I'll keep my normal driving position.
Yep, and if you were going to go right?
I'll go near that centre line in the left.
And where would you be looking? At T-junction.
Oh, everywhere.
Okay. That sounds good. So
Alright.
what we're going to do is we're going to go see how you do on the road.
Alright.
So if you just set yourself up.
Yep.
So what can you see through the centre mirror?
I'm using this white framey bit as a frame, and I use the back window as a picture. I can see the whole of the back window. I see a bit more hyper straight, and I see a bit of yours.
And your left door mirror?
I can see the door handles.
Yep.
And I can't see much on that bend, but I can see the bus stop come in at the top, where it says bus stop, and I see the grass verge come in roughly about in the middle.
Okay, on the right?
The same, but that red car behind me, I can see it roughly in the middle, and I can see the door handles.
Okay, that's fine. So whenever you're ready. So Tony, how do you recognise a T-junction?
I sometimes see cars going from the left to the right or the right to the left. I sometimes see houses facing me.
Yep.
It's where I can't go any further really, and I have to go that way or that way, isn't it?
Yep. So I'd like you to tell me when you can see a T-junction.
Alright. Take the next turning to the right,
I'd like you to take the next turn into the right,
which is the other side of that bend.
which is on the other side of that bend.
And next right.
And I'd like you to take the next road on the right, please. Okay, so we're still looking for these T-junctions. Let me know when you can spot
Oh,
them.
okay. see, how's this facing me? That could be a T-junction. Oh yeah, I see a T-junction. We're going to turn left.
Okay, and I'd like you to turn left at this T-junction. So where are you going to position yourself?
Keep that position.
Okay, Tony. It's really important not to put your clutch down too early.
And turning right.
And I'd like you to turn right. Reason being is because that's called coasting. Have you heard of the term coasting before?
I think Bob was mentioning it in my early lessons.
Okay. Now, if we were going uphill and you had your foot down on the clutch, do you know what the dangers of that could be?
Oh, I've done that yonks ago. I stopped before I got to the junction and I rolled back and Bob laughed at me.
Yep. So what we're going to do is...
And then he shouted at me.
Yep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you when to put the clutch down next time.
But I didn't roll back that time, did I?
You didn't roll back that time, but if you're going downhill, you'd be going too fast.
At the end. We're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. And you'd have no engine braking power.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you when to put your clutch down. And put it down now. The reason why we had to do it a little bit early there is because that pedestrian was coming
I had to give way to him, didn't I?
You had to give way to him because... why did you have to give way to him, Tommy?
Well, he's in the middle of the road, wasn't he?
Yeah, and what if he was on the pavement?
Oh, no, I'd just keep going, wouldn't I?
Yeah, and why is that? Why is that important? If he was on the pavement?
I don't encourage him to walk out, do I?
That's it.
And turning left.
And I'd like you to turn left, please.
But if I know him, it's okay to beckon him across, isn't it?
No, you must never beckon pedestrians across. Now, do you know what the dangers of beckoning pedestrians across could be?
Right, so, just out of road a minute. Since you're talking about pedestrians anyway, and you've nearly touched on the subject, why don't get in there with that question at the same time, yeah?
Yep.
Make sense?
Yep.
Oh yeah, if I beckon a pedestrian across, they might get run over by another vehicle, mightn't they?
That's it.
And we're going to turn right.
And I'd like you to turn right, please.
End left.
And I'd like you to go left at the end of the road. So, even though that was a dead giveaway, let me know when you can see T-junction.
Alright, see one now.
Okay. So I'll tell you when to put your clutch down,
Oh,
yeah?
yeah.
And put it down now.
I'm just freaking out here, isn't it?
Now it's important to put it down at the last minute. Now do you know why that is? What if you had it down earlier? With the dangers of that? If we were going uphill?
I'm uphill, I know I wouldn't make it.
Yep.
I'd roll back and you'd laugh at me.
Yep. And if there were cars behind you and you started rolling back?
And we're going to turn left.
And I'd like you to turn left. So when are you going to put your clutch down, Tony?
At the last minute. Is it just before I get that gear?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's important not to put that clutch down too early going uphill, isn't it?
Yep. And if we were going downhill, if you put the clutch down too early, what do you think the dangers of that could be?
It's really smooth.
Yeah, but we'd have no engine braking.
Oh right, yeah, I remember Bobby you were talking about that, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't just roll forward a lot quicker.
Oh yeah, I remember now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prompt you on the next one. So let me know when you can see another road patch.
It's like buses, you can never find where you want one, is it?
That's it.
And then three come along, I get it. And we're going to turn left.
And I'd like you to turn left.
End of the road, left.
And I'd like you to go left at the end of the road. So let me know when you can see that emerge.
I see it now.
Okay. So what routine are you going to use on approach?
The mirrors.
So go and check it. What are you checking your interior mirror for?
No, this is speed.
And when are you going to put your clutch down?
Just before I get that gear, isn't it?
Yep. And why is that
About
important?
there now.
Why is it important?
Because if I was going uphill, I'd roll back and you laugh at me. And if I was going downhill, I wouldn't have any engine braking and I might go too fast.
Yep. And not only would I laugh at you, but if there was a car behind, we'd sort of roll back into it, wouldn't we?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't laugh, I suppose, would he?
He wouldn't know.
No. And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to turn right. So where are you going to position yourself, Tommy?
Oh, left to centre.
Okay, so I want you to stay towards you,
All right.
towards me, and stop here. There's no car behind.
Right.
There's no car behind us at the moment. Now, I noticed you went a bit too close to the left there. Why do you think it's important if you're going right to position yourself left to centre?
Oh, yeah, it's, if I'm too far to the left, people behind me get confused.
And if you're over the white line?
I was just going to tell you about the left one
Oh, right,
first.
sorry, carry on.
People get confused and they might overtake me, mightn't they?
Yep. And what else could be the dangers of being too close to the left, if you're too close to the curb?
Well, they might think I'm parking, mightn't they?
Yep, and you might mount the curb as well.
Oh, I never get that close.
Okay. And dangers of being over the white line?
And oh, somebody come around that corner and hit me, wouldn't they?
Yep. So it's really important. Now, do you have a reference point for being left to centre?
I just know it.
Okay, well, obviously we were a little bit off there, so what I want you to do is I want the white line that's in front of you, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yep, where does that cut into this front of the windscreen?
No, it's just about there.
Yeah. So I want you to use that as a reference point for being left to centre. Because remember, we don't want to be over the white line because...
Somebody comes around the corner, they hit me.
Yep, and we don't want to be too close to the curb because...
Oh yeah, somebody will overtake, they might think I'm parking, left me indicator on.
And that's it.
And as they overtake me and I'm going to the junction, we're going to hit each other, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Yeah, I've got to be confused with the steering there.
Yeah. So what I might do is, I want you to imagine the steering as a clock, 12 being at the top, yeah? And there might be times I might say to you, 5 minutes, 10 minutes towards you, 5 minutes towards me, yeah?
I did steer to me.
Yeah.
You should steer back really quick, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry. Well, now that you got that left of centre reference point, we'll use that and hopefully I won't have to say it to you again.
End right.
Okay, I'd like you to go right at the end of the road. So where are we gonna position ourselves?
Oh, left to centre.
Yeah, and how are you gonna judge that?
I'm going to steer, straighten up. I'll use that reference point, won't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that now.
Okay, so if you look well ahead. Okay, Tommy,
Yeah.
we're slightly over the white line now.
Oh, no.
Well, you are over this one.
No. Where?
Okay. So where are you going to be looking?
Everywhere.
And was it important to be
Oh, yeah,
looking
yeah.
in the direction we are going?
Oh, yeah, in case somebody walks out of them bushes, isn't it?
That's it. So,
Take the next turning to the right, it's just between these parked cars there.
okay, I'd like you to take the next turning to the right, just between these parked cars. So you just let me know when you see an emerge.
All right.
So why is it important when we're turning right to be left of centre?
Because if I'm too far to the left, I confuse people.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm over the white line, I could be blocking the road and I could get hit by a car turning into the road, couldn't
Yeah, and if we're too close to the curb, confusing people, what could the dangers of that be?
I? They could overtake me, couldn't they?
Yep,
And as I move up the junction, they might hit me.
that's it.
And how?
And how? How what?
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Okay, so how are you going to judge that? Judge whether
Oh,
you're
that
left
reference
of
point you just gave me, yeah?
Yep.
Which I used to know months ago when I learned to drive. I've seen a merge coming up.
Okay, so what are you going to do on
And we're
approach?
going to turn left.
And I'd like you to turn left, so what are you going to do on approach? So if we're going left, where would we position ourselves?
Just better meet from the curb, innit?
Yep. That was a bit of a tricky one because we had that parked car. And now we're driving on the other side of the road. But then we had that other parked car. So if we had cars both ways and we couldn't really see into that road, have you ever heard of peep and creep?
And we're going to turn left. Oh, I did
No,
creep
but-
peek there, didn't I?
You didn't. What you did is you moved the car before you actually creeped forward. Where are we going?
Left.
Left. Okay, so what I want you to do is we're positioned left to centre here. So what do you think the people behind us are going to be thinking?
I think I'm turning right.
Exactly. So we need to position ourselves more to the left. Now, have you done left turns before?
Should I?
Yeah.
He's obviously getting confused, isn't he?
Now, I would like you to park up where it's safe.
If you get me to take the next road on the left.
Okay, I'd like you to take the next road on the left. So if we're going left, do you know why it's important to be about a metre away from the curb in your normal driving position?
Oh yeah, because I was over too close to the curb, so I'm around the curb, wasn't I?
Yep, and if you're too out the way we just were, let's
Was
just
I?
park up on the left. It's safe to do so. And just stop.
Did I do something wrong then?
It's just something I need to find out from you. So how are you judging whether you're a metre from the curb?
I just know it.
Okay. When you turn left, not an merge, just a normal left, how do you judge that? Do you have a reference point?
Oh,
by
I
any
follow it
chance?
round in the corner of that window.
Okay. So it's same as T-junctions when you're going left. So the way you follow the curb around when you're going left, you're going to be doing the same at a T-junction.
Oh, right.
Do you know what the importance of being at the correct position? Because if you are too out the way we were, what do you think the people behind us or the people ahead of us would be thinking?
I think that motorbike coming out of that garage didn't really know where I was going, did he?
Yep. So even though you had your
Was that because I was in
indicator,
the wrong position?
yeah. So even though an indicator is a form of a signal, your position is also a form of a signal.
Oh, I never thought
And
of
because we were positioned left of centre as opposed to closer to the curb. Now I know that was a bit
I
tricky.
done left
because
centre really well, though, didn't I?
you did left of centre really well. The only difference was we were actually going left.
Oh no, yeah.
So
Sorry.
what we're going to do is we're
It's the
going
heat.
we're going to find you a reference point to be a metre away from the curb at your correct position to be turning left. Yeah,
Is it the same one that I
it's
used?
the same one. So what you can do is I'll prompt you on it,
Oh,
and
right.
you can tell me exactly where that straight curbstone cuts
right.
into the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you think the dangers would be if we were too close to the curb?
Oh, I could mount the curb and kill pedestrians, couldn't
Yep. And if you were too out,
I? I did feel like I was driving the bus coming out of that one back there.
yeah,
It looked like I was on the wrong side of the road when I came out.
that's it. Because so do you know what the dangers of that were?
Well, lucky enough, a bus was coming the opposite way. It would have been two
That's
buses
it.
meeting each other, wouldn't it?
Yep. So it's very important to make sure we're at the correct
Yeah.
position. Yeah.
Right.
Off we go.
Shall I practice that?
Yep.
Yeah, you just help me with that.
What I'll do is I'll prompt you.
Yeah, I don't want to fail this test.
You won't.
I'm just nervous today, that's all.
That's fine.
Bob will tell you I'm normally very good.
We all get nervous.
Yeah.
It's perfectly natural.
And we're going to turn left.
And I'd like you to turn left. So where are you going to position yourself? Obviously, it's a
I
bit
can only use this parked car, but I use the outer edge of that parked car as the edge of the
Yep.
curb, didn't I?
Yep.
You use me peep and creep, innit?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I get it, yeah.
Yeah, much better. So what I'll do is I'll prompt you at the next one as well, and then
Oh,
if
right,
you
thanks.
get on with that, we'll let you get on with it.
It's difficult to remember all these things, isn't it?
It's not, because if you look ahead and decide what you're going to do ahead, you'll know where you need to.
Yeah, but you got years of experience, haven't you? I'm a newbie.
But you'll be fine. So let me know when you can see an emerge,
Oh, I see the end of the road, and we're going to turn left.
and I'd like you to turn left. So what routine you can use on approach?
Mirrors.
Which mirror are you going to be looking at? We're
Oh,
going left.
middle and left. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. And where are you going to position yourself?
I'm going to line up that reference point. Oh, yeah.
And why is it important to be at the correct position?
If I was too close, I'd run over the curb, wouldn't I?
Yeah. And what
And that's
would
not
the
allowed,
dangers
is it?
of what
Oh,
would the
pedestrians,
dangers
innit?
of that
Yeah.
be? Yep.
If I was too far that way, or
Yeah.
straight, people get confused, because I confused that motorbike, didn't I?
Yep.
He didn't know where I was going, did he?
That's it.
Yeah, I think he even gave me a dirty look, didn't
You did, yeah.
he? Because I was indicating that way, but I didn't know why he was giving me dirty looks. Was that because I was in the wrong position?
Yeah, because you were going left, but you'd got the position to go right.
I noticed when I turned out, it did really feel like the car was about 20 foot longer.
Yeah, because obviously your wheels are straight.
Yeah, well, I'll get that now.
Yeah. It's okay.
Easy when you know how, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of your mirrors.
Is it? Alright. End right.
And I'd like you to turn right at the end of the road. So what mirrors are you going to be checking?
Middle.
What
Oh,
direction
middle
are you
right,
going?
sorry, yeah.
Well, why is it important to check your right door mirror?
Oh, that's the one anybody overtaking me, innit?
And if there was someone overtaking you?
I'd let them go.
Okay. And why would you let them
Well, because they'd be alongside me, wouldn't they? And that mini turns, then they're going to hit each other head on, aren't
go?
they?
That's it. And why do you check your interior mirror?
See the distance speed of that red car behind me?
Yep.
I think he's laughing at me, I don't know why. Is it because I'm a learner?
No.
Some people are very cruel, aren't they?
So how do you know whether it's safe to go or not?
No, that one, no problem. It's as long as I don't make anybody slow, stop or swerve, innit?
Yep. How do you judge that?
And turning left, sorry.
And
8 months of experience now, really. In the early days, I used to use this walk across, drive across thingy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's clearly working for you.
Yeah, there's the olden days, though, isn't it? As you gain experience, I just know it now.
Yeah, it's really good. So let me know when you can see another emerge.
Feel a bit more relaxed now.
You're doing a lot better.
Yeah. Think I'll pass?
I think you will. As long as you know the dangers of not being too close to the...
Yeah, I think it's not why, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I know why, but I'm one of those brainy, moments where I don't have a brain, really. I forget how, innit?
Well, as long as it comes back, it's all
Yeah.
good. It's just recapping on previous lessons and kind of linking them together.
Yeah.
And remembering.
I'm obviously a bit nervous because I'm with different instructors that I am, though.
Yeah.
So I turn left.
And I'd like you to turn left. So we're still looking out for those T-junctions, so let me know when you can see it.